Welcome to Overwatch. Welcome to another episode of Coaching the Many. Today, we're going to be talking about, I guess, Rein and Zarya, judging from this, in around sort of, average rank 2.8k, so about in the middle of the pack. Temple of Anubis. Solid platinum game as well, always nice to see. Master PPV being the Coach E, long time sub, so good to see. Turn the volume up a little bit.
Hello, folks. Hello.
There we go. Always worth to say hello. Team lineup
Also, by the way, can appreciate that.
looks okay. But yeah, this is actually a pretty solid all-round team comp. I like it. So with our role, like thinking about what we're going to be doing, I always like doing this when I check what we've got in spawn. I always like thinking, well, what are we going to be doing? Where we're going to be doing things. We're mostly just going to be playing in the middle of the team. Let's change that color. In the middle of the team, just standing mostly by where Orisa is, helping Junkrat and McCree potentially go out and do some damage, or keeping these two alive. Like, you have a lot of good flexible choices with this one.
Duo partners have like synergies in their name.
Well, one thing that I will already notice that is quietly going to tilt me is this. Hey, thank you, Truth
service.
I recently stopped playing comp due to tilt and toxicity. Any advice on how to deal with tilt?
De-escalate the game in your mind. Like, it's the only way to do it. You tilt because you care, right? And you tilt because you care a lot, and you get super frustrated at things that are generally out of your control. When you learn to sort of when you feel yourself getting angry at something that is out of your control, you've just got to try and remind yourself that it is out of your control and you can't actually do anything with that. And it's very, very difficult to do, but it's worth doing. Rather than letting yourself get frustrated and complaining and bitching about it, you've just got to kind of go, well, I can't do anything about my teammate who's feeding, or about the guy who's spamming, all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, someone in chat's pointed out that it's Orisa's area. Orisa's area. It's actually not the end of the world on this map, on first point. Orisa's area isn't too horrible. You're just going to have to play around the bubble like a little bit more carefully. But because of the way that people engage on Anubis, where it's either a very decisive jump into the team, or they'll go around and then they'll play close from sort of inside, or they'll go up and round. But there are actually opportunities to build up a good bit of charge here. So yeah, if they're going to go in, good. Interesting thing just to build charge that you can do is you can actually bubble someone with a Venom Mine on them and just get a little bit of charge out of that. See, what I would like for us to do as well is stand like right near the edge of the barrier, like just about where we are now, and then when you press shift, the barrier projects through the Orisa shield, right? You'd actually end up projecting sort of through the Orisa barrier. So you can actually get your bubble charged without worrying too much about being vulnerable. We do end up getting some charge, which is good. That's what we want. I'm going to go whip around to meet them. Pressure the Winston a little bit. Good bubble on that guy. Keep pressure on that Diva. Good shit.
Nice. Let's get Winston.
This is greedy. Just right click when they're this low. Like, you've got 50 charge. You could, like, my instincts are saying, well, he's on about 70 hit points, 60, 70 hit points. You got a mercy healing him as well. Just put a right click on him. Probably will actually do enough. If it doesn't kill him, it'll get him low. Let's put it that way. You should absolutely pressure this out. Just keep going, keep going. Calm down. Our aim is super erratic. It feels like we're still in combat here. You are no longer in combat. You are finished with combat. We're a little bit scared at this point, but then once our personal barrier comes up, now we're not scared. There's nothing this guy can do that can actually kill us, so if you just like, you could literally stand still. I don't advise it. You could literally stand still and hold left mouse button and win this fight. So just relax and just follow the target, and you would get a free Zen here. And once their Zen's down, like, you kind of just win this fight.
Nice, good stuff.
Check the point.
Alright.
Be careful. That Widow... Okay.
Our Zen needs help.
I don't know what we were doing there. Like, I get that we're trying to do a protected barrier, but the moment you go and do this, and I do this as Zarya myself, right? Where you see that someone's low and you go, oh god, and you mash E, and you go, oh wait, nothing's happening. That's when you stop mashing E and you check the cooldown, and you go, oh, it's on 5 seconds. Okay. We don't need to be looking at the Zen, we need to be following this trace around.
Our Zen needs help.
and then you need to be just turning and pressuring up this Widow,
Widow's
potentially.
up top. Oh, she's down mid. She's down mid.
Just spam her out. All we're doing now is buying time for the Orisa to set up again. She set up again? Okay. We want to take some damage with something here. Like, we want to definitely be trying to eat some shots. That's walls. Definitely put a bubble on something. Nice. Just stay in him. Good. Just focus on stabilizing here a little bit. Gonna have to right click probably to kill her. Ooh, this shiny bit rate. It's like looking through underwater. So yeah, like at this moment, notice how like calm this motion here, where it's really, really calm. And then you see, okay, well there's a Mercy healing it. Killing baby divas with left click is very difficult, so putting a bit of right click on it is fine. He's just rolled into that right click. You can chase this guy down a little bit.
Freeze left side. Up top. I need help. Thank you.
Just keep going back, keep going back.
Freeze on bridge, up top.
Wait for your cooldown. Now you can pressure him. Now you can go into him. Like once you've got your personal barrier, now you can just go on him. What's he gonna do? You're a Zarya on 66 charge. He's a McCree with no flash. You could just run at him. Nice. Good job. You're probably about to get shot, maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anna.
You don't even need to apologize for that. So what I disliked about this is like we're not being proactive when we need to be proactive. This is a touch greedy, like on my part, my behalf, going like, yeah, you can probably get him, you can probably get him. And I think you still probably can, but it's a little bit risky. So I'm fine with pulling out here.
Thank you.
But then once this personal barrier goes up, this is your opportunity to like grab the battle by the balls and just go in and wreck this guy.
Widow's also right side.
Which unfortunately just doesn't manifest. Because honestly, like maybe you trade the Ana at that point, but you push out the McCree, you would kill the Widow, and then you would be able to just deal with the Winston in your own time. It's okay though, we got grab. They probably have trance. That's the only thing you need to be careful of here. You do have an Ana though, and they have only have defense matrix to eat the grenade.
Okay, get back, guys. Get back. Zen, get back. I don't know if you can. I got you.
You can't save him. Yeah, this is really bad. Don't ever do this, right? You can see how low he is. You are literally using him at this point. You build battery off him, but you do not try and save him. You do not run forward here, especially. This is just a bad maneuver to be doing.
Get back, guys. Get back. Zen, get back. I don't know if you can.
Like using people stuck out there as batteries is honestly like fine. You can even just press shift here and just build a little bit. But the moment you see he's this low, and like, yeah, there's just no way.
I got you.
You don't got him. In fact, you've just died with a crucial ultimate.
Diva just got her mech back. I'm gonna grab as soon as I get out the door. Just stall it as long as you can.
Everyone's going the same way. That's kind of a problem.
Nice.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, she ate it. Crap.
So, the way you have this not happen is you time out like when you actually need to fire this. So trance is going. You have your trance on the point though. The Zen should be coming to collect you. You can actually hold on to this Scrav for a little bit longer. Like it's almost like you want to stall it as long as possible because you want to burn out as much of their transcendence as possible. Use your transcendence as much as possible, and perhaps stop the Diva just getting a free.
She ate it. Crap.
So even though we announced the plan of like, yeah, I'm going to come out straight away and grab, if you see a better opportunity or a better option, take the better option every time. Right, so the Zen gets there, and it's like, there's nothing here that kills us, so we can actually hold on to this grab a little bit longer.
Oh, she ate it. Crap. Dang it. Okay, good round. Like to... Zarya. Okay, I guess I'll do Rein. Gonna be a little bit difficult without.
What is this guy do? I'm trying to figure out past this guy on chat of shield always down or placed in bad angles against the Widow who is uncontested. Not quite. The shield could have been better placed, don't get me wrong, but not really the big issue here. Shoulder charge when point is 95% capped into a snowball cap on phase 2. +2. Is he trying to grade this
A
person?
little bit difficult without an off tank. I don't know if one of our.
I like the very passive way of going, guys, we could probably use an OT here. But is Ballistic playing Genji? No, he's not the one playing Genji. Feels bad. Because he can deflect so well.
True, but like flaming each other at this point just isn't gonna help. So let's do some. Alrighty.
Oh god, this
he
guy.
went to Zen.
Yeah, so bounce walk your way out.
The person who was already said before, and
Very minor thing when you're doing a rollout on this map.
the person who was already.
Do just check behind. Like just turn a little bit and check if anything's back here. It's very rare that it is, but it's worth doing. There is no reason why not.
I'm going left. I'll hold the shield up for you guys.
Sends through.
Go left, go left, go left. Get in there, get in there. Alright,
Okay.
my shield is down, my shield is down. I need to recharge it. Just
Yeah, just take it easy.
hang on a second. I'm charging.
Genji should go through, like all the way through.
Alright, we're good. Let's go.
So I like it. I like the pressure. Keep pressure up. Just
My
grind your way
shield's
forward.
down,
Okay. So we've been communicating a lot, but we're not communicating what needs to be happening quite so much at this
Alright,
point.
we're good. Let's go.
So the moment you start doing this, and like the fire strike is good, the swing is good, his barrier goes down. This is when you start calling for people to push forward because they don't have a barrier, you do, right? So your team instantaneously has an advantage here. You need to be pressing forward and doing something about that. If there's like, and I know that there's fear here of like, oh well, if I press forward, the Zarya's going to run in behind me. But if she does that, well, she's run behind your barrier, and you have 5 people behind you. So who wins in this instance? In this instance, right? So she can't actually do anything about you just walking forward here and muscling these guys out. So this is when we actually need to be calling like, okay, push, 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 push. Like,
My
come in,
shield's
come
down,
in, come in, come in. Because you need people helping you deal with this area.
shield's down.
And it feels like everyone's still like stood in the choke point. Which always drives me crazy, but hey.
Alright guys, I'll try to give you as much time as possible.
Yeah, don't apologize for that.
See if you can get any pickoffs. Don't.
You did very little wrong.
I'm coming back as soon as I can. We almost have trance and we almost have nano. So
Team actually did a good job just by surviving that.
I'm coming in. I'm almost
Like,
there.
not
Almost
dying.
here. Alright,
As long as no one dies now, that's fine. Okay.
come in with me. Nice.
Rein's
good
dead.
Stun, good stun. Oh shoot! I charged.
We really overthought our movement here. So the Nano Rein is
Come in with me.
okay, right? It causes their Reinhardt to panic and do something really stupid. Somehow Genji kills him with a dash even though he's
Nice,
charging.
Good stun, good stun.
At this point, I'd say you do not charge. Think about how the fight's going to unfurl, right? Just think about how this fight is going to go ahead if you didn't have the Nano boost. You walk forward, you have your barrier, there's still a good 500 charge on it, your team focuses down the Zarya, you kill the Zarya, and then you move and you press your point, and then you drop down on point and win. Right? You don't actually have to do any plays anymore to win this fight. You can just play normally and just win on the back of it. Genji's gone in with a Dragon Blade now as well.
Rein behind, Rein behind.
Yep, just like he ain't doing shit. What's he gonna do? He's gonna do freaking nothing.
Good stuff. All right, good job, guys. I have Shatter ready. They probably also have Shatter and Grav. I did not see if they use Trance, but they might have that.
So we should play to push out their Rein and just get a shatter on something. Ideally, we should get a shatter on the. Okay. Ideally, we should try and get a shatter on the Zen, and we sort of identified that trance is a problem. So when you're playing Reinhardt, there's a real temptation to just like push straight down mid, right? And it kind of works, but one of the best things to do here is to get people situated up here and then just push in this side. The reason why this side works so well is because it's blind, so the enemy doesn't know that you're coming this way unless they're scouting it, unless they're watching it. Generally gets you a little bit more easy access rather than just pushing straight down mid into Junkrat.
My shield's almost down. My shield's almost down. Watch out, watch out.
Notice how difficult this feels?
Pushing in 3.
And like Junkrat spamming down into this is not really that different. Okay, yeah, you can definitely push now. Just keep grinding forward. And
blocked it. Right side, right side.
And he fucked that up. Drop yours now. Good. Nice.
Got it.
Perfect. Get on the mercy. Mercy, 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 mercy. Eyes open. If I can see it in this P super of a video. Like you see this? You see this little bundle of joy? You can swing through and hit this mercy, and you just bap the shit out of the mercy, and you guys win. And then you can deal with the Reinhardt in your own time.
Nice.
Luckily, the Zen gets it.
Where are they coming from? Where are they coming from? I'm
I'll get
blocking
right.
left. I'm blocking left. You guys block right. Nice. All right, good round.
So one thing you can do, if you hear the trance go off, is you actually just charge where the trance is coming from, because you can actually pull him away from the point.
Nice.
Minor thing,
right,
but will actually work when they're trying to speed onto the point.
Okay, we got this. We got this.
Let me amend the title as well. Rein, Zarya. There we go.
Thank you. Appreciate
Let's see. So Zarya Rein, classic combo, very potent. Ooh, ooh. How sharp everything is. Okay, yeah, don't get greedy. You 5-strike and you put your barrier up again. The reason why you do that is because of this. You see this big red line? You're stood here with your barrier down, and let's just say, for sake of argument, Ana's head just decides to explode. Because this big red line came through and it hit the Ana, and you're stood there with your barrier down. Whose fault is that? It's not the Ana's fault. It's yours. There is no reason to have the barrier down at this point.
They got a widow.
You are just begging. Okay, also stop this movement. It's one of the most tilting things on the planet. You see this? You see this big unprotected area? This suddenly becomes like a game of chance, right? This whole space here just becomes a huge game of chance. Right? Because you're doing this weird-ass movement that's just going left and right for no real reason. Like, because we're bored and that's what you do when you're bored. You just go left, right, left, right, left, right. Try and at least plug the barrier to about here. Because this means that, like, the guys positioning around here are going to be safe. You're not just going to get some projectile coming through and killing someone. It sounds like really, really nitpicky shit, but it loses you games. You can see the Widowmaker trying to shoot through that gap.
Alright, they're all going right. They're all going right. I'm
The
rotating.
Widowmaker isn't.
My shield is like half right now.
Yeah. So,
Rotating.
we rotate a little bit early here.
Alright, they're all going.
Like, you can see the Widows
They're
here.
all going right.
When they're going through here, right? When they are coming through this way, are they actually posing a threat while transversing this space? Right? There's no threat actually coming from this way. There is a huge threat coming from here. She has good sightline on everything in this area, but there's no threat here.
I'm rotating.
So we turn, and now our team's unprotected. You need to give time to the team to move like into this way a little bit more, and then you move into this way a little bit more. Is how you generally do this movement. If you do it too early, then what happens happens.
My shield is like half right now.
Well, you turn, and then the Widowmaker takes a shot. And, like, the Hanzo shouldn't have died here. Oh, fucking hell. Is that a Brigitte? Yeah, like, the Hanzo should have moved by then, but it's just, like, it is a thing that you got to try and do. Is your job is to cover the team from threats, and you need to be doing that. Yeah, it was a Brigitte. Don't like that charge decision at all. You managed to catch the stun. Nothing good will come of this charge. 100% of the time, this goes wrong. This is the move of a Reinhardt that doesn't quite understand his purpose. Your purpose here is to not only to just be a barrier in this wall, but to create pressure in this zone. Right? You can pressure out this space, and you can do that without a barrier. Right? You can tank in this space without a barrier. You can do it just with your barrier down. It's not great for your allies, but you can do it. So when your barrier does go down, you don't just charge in and hope to get a kill. you move to here, you stand here, and you swing back and forth in this space. So anyone moving in takes 75 damage and gets pushed around. This is just insanity.
Sorry. I had a charge there so the brig wouldn't just freely stun me.
You can just let her stun you, to be honest. Should have an Ana just pumping your ass full of drugs. You saw what the alternative was.
As long as we don't like go out and contest this, we won't get picked off like last time. We can still hold this. Hanzo needs help. Zarya, get back, get back. I'll get some charge for you here.
This I don't like. Oh, we are way too far forward. This is bad. This is really bad. So with Temple of Anubis, if you watch me play Temple of Anubis, Ana was dead. Well, someone would heal you. Like, dropping the barrier and going for a charge is just not the option. It's really not the fucking option. So you see this line? You don't cross this line without a very good reason. The reason why is that if the enemy team just pushes in on you and you are past this line, it is extremely difficult to get to somewhere that's safe and still be doing your job. Like, you can in theory try and drop down here, but then the Reinhardt's just out of the way and you might as well be dead. Like, they just push on the point and win.
Sorry, get back, get back. I'll get some charge for you here.
So, like, coming to here, okay.
Get some charge for you here.
Going all the way out here, though, because...
Alright, get back, get back.
Okay, you get the charge, but if their team were clever, they would just fucking run on you here. And there wouldn't be a damn thing you could do about it. They should just be engaging on you super hard.
My shield is done. My shield is gone. Sorry, get back. You're completely alone up there. My shield is gone. Nice. Alright.
Yeah, now you can start pressing forward a little bit.
Nice. Alright.
Recharge your barrier. They can't really do anything at this point.
Brig shield is down. I'm gonna push up a little bit.
I don't like how... Like, they have a Roadhog and a Brig. You really want to go that far forward? This is the wackiest fucking fight I have ever seen. This is a fight that shouldn't even happen. Yeah, there's no point to go this aggressive.
Push up a little bit.
This almost goes very fucking wrong. Like, this sleep dart... We do a good job just protecting this, but you can see how close this is to... Like, there's no reason to do this. You've already won the fight, and now you've used 2 ultimates to try and save this fight.
Break down.
On a battle where they've lost, like, their main tank. Well, not the main tank. They don't have a main tank. But
my shield's
just
gone.
back up.
It's very
Yeah,
close
just
now.
back up at this point.
I'm getting back.
Like,
I almost have shatter.
you're gonna keep saying that, oh, Zarya, get back, Zarya, get back, but... If this area is determined to do this shit, then you just kind of gotta let it go, almost.
Watch out, Zar.
You don't fix someone being suicidal with their positioning by also being suicidal with your positioning.
Alright, get back, get back. They're pushing in. Their Brig shield is gone again.
Just get back to your team, keep swinging, barrier up. Greedy. Really greedy. Yeah, and you even say afterwards, I shouldn't have even used that. Yeah, you've already won this fight. Right? The fight is over. McCree's dead. Ana's dead. Fight's done. They cannot do anything to your team anymore. Zarya goes down. I'd say at this point, you might want to try and go for the wounded person, but honestly, you just fall back.
Brig is super low, Brig is super low.
They cannot win this fight.
Nice.
Do you want to know
Good shot.
why they can't win this fight? I really hope they don't go and win this fight now. As long as these two people stay alive for any reasonable amount of time,
Nice, good shot.
look what ends up happening. Oh, you've respawned and you're all back. Right? They are fighting down people. Your respawns are kicking in, so people are coming back. So if they push on the point, they have to clean up the rest of the people on the point and then kill the respawns. They're not really going to be able to do that. So just really over-aggressive. Like, know when the fight is over, and then play to just let the fight almost roll out the rest of the way. You get 2 kills, fight's kind of done. You then just play like a very, very safe game from that point on.
Thank you for the bubble.
And you go from there.
I got pushed back. They're pushing in. Brig is left side.
Okay, they're not going to push. Go for a 5 strike here on the brig, maybe.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm blocking it, I'm blocking it.
Right, you need to just re-barrier. Nice.
Got Ana.
Don't like this charge.
Kill Rein. Nice.
You're probably going to hear me say, like, don't like this charge to almost every single charge. But the reason why is, like, they're like, if they are going to stand there and do that shit, you just walk at them. You can literally just run at these two and just kill them. Like, again, what are they going to do at this point? And the reason why I say don't like this charge is odds of this charge succeeding are pretty low. What's going to happen is this guy's going to step this way, she's going to step this way, and you're going to go right through the middle and just get shot a bunch. Whereas if you just walk forwards and hold left mouse button, it's much more likely. You actually luck out that this guy just catches the charge.
Nice.
He should have just dodged. He should have just stepped to one side and then just taken a couple swings at you. Doesn't really impact how the fight ends, but it impacts how much ultimate charge they have, how many resources they have going forward.
I almost have Shatter.
Okay, now you definitely back up. Diva's demech.
Don't get picked off here.
The call here is just to back up. Like, Diva's demech. They can't do anything with Diva demech. You are super low. Get healed up.
Bottom left.
Okay, stabilize. Just focus on stabilizing here.
My shield's gone. My shield is gone. Okay, nice. Good.
So Zarya wants the grab.
As long as
we are going to be ready for it.
We're good. Or deflect it.
There goes the deflect.
I have Shatter as well.
That is certainly a grab.
Nice. Good stuff.
That should be 1, 2, 3. Yep. Don't do anything else. You don't need to do anything else. So, like, I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing is, like, we're not realizing when a fight is done. Like, a fight isn't over when all 16 in the team is dead. A fight is over when 2 or 3 of them are dead. And it's a very, very important realization to have. Because at that point, you almost want them to try and fight you, right? Because they can't win that. Just work on this barrier. Okay, just back up, keep pressure up, keep pressure up, keep pressure up.
Oh jeez, my barrier's gone.
See, we're too close. Like, we just needed to keep pulling back. And like, this is the way to like standing in this area, right? This is the sort of shit that I've been talking about, where they just run on you, and you can't really do anything about it.
Oh jeez, my barrier's gone.
Right, that is what happens when you the fuck. Just put that up while I sort out what the fuck happened there. There we go.
I got stunned.
Windows.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's like,
oh jeez, my barrier's gone.
Positioning in this space is just asking for this sort of thing to happen.
I got stunned. I'm sorry.
I think it's the 2B desktop at the moment, in the middle. It rotates. I have a rotating desktop.
Coming back with Shatter. Contest for just as long as you can.
Nice.
Break down. I'm stalling, I'm stalling. Okay. Best I can do.
Still winnable. So where you press H and you pick Hammond.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like this feels like a vindication for everything I've been saying up to this point, right? About positioning in this space. You don't need to be here. If the Zarya wants to commit suicide, the Zarya commits suicide. But you notice that she doesn't die and you die?
Oh jeez, my barrier's gone. I got stunned.
You don't fix bad positioning with more bad positioning.
Yeah, I was saying to get back. I was just trying to...
Yeah, here's Ballistic. Why did 3 of you stay forward when you heard them rally?
I'm gonna put that one on.
I'm always right. It's never my fault, because I play McCree in Platinum. I have a 30% hit rate. Nice. Okay. It's gonna be a bunch more... Okay. The moment you see that there's a Junkrat, you be very fucking careful around this corner, because you know that the first place he's going to spam is this corner. It just gets eaten by a fire striker grenade at the same time.
You went ahead a little bit, sorry, I couldn't shield for you.
This is also why you let your tanks lead.
Get in, get in.
Genji can honestly get in on his own.
Get in. Hanzo, jump in here if you can. Oh, he jumped the other way. Alright,
Like, Genji can get through on his own, so...
Get in. Hanzo. Alright, my shield is gone, by the way. I need to recharge it.
So the Genji and Hanzo could just go around, could poke around here. Nice. Good. Okay, start pressuring forward. You need to move forward. Here.
Oh shoot! Junkrat.
He should just die. You might die here, but honestly, it still works out for your team, I'd say. As long as people don't just stay in this corner.
Oh shoot!
Like this should be what happens when someone tries to do something this cheesy and like hide in the corner, is they should just die. The only thing that we do wrong is like we move back in towards the total mayhem and we don't turn a barrier to block it. The barrier will actually block total mayhem.
Oh shoot!
It's just me or you almost always take the right way to high ground. You can do this push, and like this push is honestly working for them, so like they're actually not... No one's overcommitting at this point, which is usually what goes wrong here, and people are like playing together, but high ground is, yeah, like, I kind of agree that the right path is better.
I need help.
Though they both work, to be honest.
Oh shoot! Junkrat. Shoot.
But your team should still like be able to win this, just if they all pushed out onto this Rein. It's unfortunate.
Get back.
This time you can go right.
Help our Zen and Nano left side.
Left tends to be Junkrat's domain. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Alright, I'm gonna hold the shield up again. Holding, get in. Everybody get through. Alright. Genji, are you in? Alright.
Like, the thing you can do with this is the Genji... So the better way to push this, by the way, is like if Genji or Hanzo goes up and then around and takes the high ground and just starts playing from behind, that really fucks with the enemy team. Like, they have that option available.
A second. Sorry, just give me a second. Alright, let's go.
Okay, pressure forward.
Oh shoot.
Lol.
Fire strike. I blocked
Nice. The fight is over. You just die here. Like, you take a couple of swings, build some ult, and then go.
I have my own hammer down coming up. We'll go mid. We'll go mid this time.
You have 6 ults.
Or actually, right side up the stairs.
There we go.
Still respawning. Alright, we're gonna go the other way.
My ultimate is fully charged. Get in there.
Go around, up top, all the way up top, and then... Oh, shoot.
It's fine. Genji can catch up with you.
Just going around up top. Nice.
Good. Just get everyone to high ground.
All the way.
Good blocking.
Let them try to chase us if they can. Alright. Zarya's behind us.
You should absolutely go and fuck this area. 100% you just kill this
My
Zarya.
shield's gone. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just, like, again, think about what happens here if you just run at her. You have 2 supports that are both focused on killing her. She has no support. You just kill her.
We have all 6 ults. Alright.
Get the Junkrat.
I'm slept.
Should honestly still be fine. Oh, you used everything.
Right side.
It's over the top, I think. Nope, it's right there. Good block.
Sorry.
Just finish capping.
Make sure we... Yeah, keep 3 on points so Ana gets a good spawn.
Keep that barrier up. Good boy.
Alright, Ana has a bad spawn. We don't have like main heals right now.
I do want to go over this fight one more time, just because like it feels like our awareness dips significantly, like when we come out on this corner.
Alright. We have all 6 ults.
Come on, just take a swing. Take a swing at that guy. Punish that. And honestly, like, who wins this fight for them more? The Reinhardt or the Junkrat? And who can you kill quicker? Just kill the fucking Junkrat. And I send the Hanzo and Genji behind. That's what I've been saying. It's a better option. You have that option available. I'd say just send one of them, and probably just the Genji, but either way works.
Sorry, Ana.
We do okay once on the point. I'd say that the only thing that I'd say we do wrong is I don't like us playing here. Like, there's no benefit to being at this position. We should actually be playing at this corner. Like, if they're going to retake, they're going to do it either come around here or Junkrat's going to come over the top. If Junkrat comes over the top, we can't do shit about it. But if we play from this corner, then we can deny them coming around. You can also see them coming just by keeping your barrier up.
Keep 3 on points of honor.
It also will keep this Hanzo behind the barrier. So yeah, just barrier up. Good job.
Nice.
Angling it to protect
Ana
McCree.
has bad spawn. Ana has bad
Is that a
spawn.
time we could have 5-striked?
Like, main heal
It's
right
risky. Like, we didn't know where it was coming from.
now. My shield was recharging. It's like 300 and I need some time.
So keeping the barrier up is a fine decision. Like, there's nothing really wrong with trying to just barrier it out.
Alright, going in. Nice, good pick.
Nice.
I'm slept,
Okay.
I'm slept.
Barrier up. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Good catch on that as well. Very nice
Zarya's
catch on
low.
that.
I'm slept, I'm slept.
Like, that was the absolutely perfect move. Barrier up as long as possible and then catch the charge so you don't get caught with it. We seem to have got lost. Just small FYI, if you want to get to the point from here, just go this way. It's fastest. That charge though, you had to do it to catch the enemy charge. Like, that charge was perfect.
Back up top.
Because if you don't catch that charge, there's a chance you get dead-eyed.
Alright, get back, get back. Wait for everybody.
That's unfortunate.
McCree just respawned. I'm recharging shield, I'm recharging shield. Watch out, don't peek, don't peek.
I'd love to see you guys go a direction that isn't main.
Recharging.
You can see how just...
I need help, I need help. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, push. You're antied.
I got bounced.
Catch him.
it
Beautifully
ready.
done. Get swinging.
McCree, McCree. Zarya?
So, okay, yeah. Like, the moment you see this, it's just like... And then you hear him doing hammer down, you just press that Q button. Oh!
Got everybody.
The counter shatter is one of the greatest moves in Overwatch. Right? This is so common.
Thank you, thank you.
Their Reinhardt goes all big-eyed and goes, "Oh, I can get everybody here!" And then you just do exactly the same to them.
I got everybody. McCree, McCree.
And so the only thing I don't like there is the instantaneous charge, but it still kind of works out, so...
Nice. McCree, McCree.
This should be a win.
Alright, good stuff. We have over a minute, so...
Right, so they get 1 minute, you have about 2. Unfortunately, the first point holds have not been phenomenal, and our team lineup has a Mei in it. Yeah. You gotta hope that they go right, and then you put a wall up, and then you kill them. They're probably gonna play the Widowmaker again, so let's see how this goes.
If we slow them down enough, they're really only going to have one fight, so... As long as we don't get picked off, we'll be fine.
May's okay on 2CP? I would much rather have a Diva or a Zarya.
Okay. Yeah, they got a Widow again. Diva Moira this time.
Oh, look, wouldn't a Diva be cool?
Okay, my Fire Strike.
Oh, look, the May's doing so much at the moment. Well, McCree's dead.
My shield low.
You need to help this McCree, yeah.
I'm recharging.
So, McCree almost completely fucked your team there. Because McCree's can't do this. they just cannot do this. Because their team, the Diva has kind of the right idea, the rest of their team needed to follow up on this and just charge him down. And I say at this point, if you see the McCree do that, you might actually have to jump down there. But the enemy team luckily don't react.
My shield low. I'm recharging. My shield's still low. I had to block that.
Maybe you can catch this Diva with the May
Nice,
wall.
good shot, good shot. It's
Don't help the May, help the May.
Get the Diva. Nice, she's out of mech.
Just kill her.
That's it, that's it. Up top, up top. They're all up top. They're gonna drop.
Yep, just keep
Nice.
swinging. You win this. Just keep swinging.
McCree, McCree.
It's no threat to you at all.
Nice.
I like the 360 no scopes.
Alright. It's just the Widow. See, she can get out. Keep her from getting on point. Nice.
Get ready to charge through main.
Alright, that's it. Nice freeze, nice freeze.
Nice. Sounds like he's the only one talking in voice. Yes, he is. Doesn't May need to call the walls? No, not really.
2 or 3 tries.
Well, yeah, ideally May should call, right? Ideally everybody should call important things.
Worst we're gonna do is a tie, so.
In ranked, don't expect it, though. It's just their team messed up a lot of stuff there. Like, the D.Va isolated herself when against a May Reinhardt for no good reason. So you just pressure that down and kill that, no problem.
Try left once and then try right once, or
Like, there's a lot that went wrong there for their team. And they should have just got on the McCree straight away. Don't know why the D.Va split. Don't know how the McCree went unpunished. If they played that slow and built to Coalescence, there was a real chance of losing that. So we got a Hammond Doomfist. I think you definitely go to the right side with this team comp.
no jump
You are
trap this time.
way stronger on high ground.
So just watch out. They have a Zarya. Torb. Alright, I'm going right,
Good. Correct decision.
Okay, my shield's gone.
You gotta drop it.
Just gonna stay in here for a second. Watch out, Ana. Oh. Alright. Going up top,
Yep, just go high ground, go high ground. Get Doom Hammond.
Alright, my shield
It's a really nice high ground comp.
Torb's low. Finish up. Just finish Torb. Yeah, nice. Alright, my shield's low. After it recharges, it's dropping.
Torb's dead. Let the Hammond go in, and you can honestly just go. Just fucking go. How much shielding, realistically, are we going to be doing on this low ground? The answer is fucking 0. We are doing no shielding here. We are just holding left mouse button and killing everybody. The shield is just your personal block. Don't like the charge here. I was just going to say prep a fire strike. You see this? This to me is a fire strike moment, not a charge moment. Charging here is just suicide. Alright, you stay where you are and you wait the 3 seconds and then you put a fire strike across everybody stuck in corner and then you swing your mouse button at them. Look how good Reinhardt is at cleaning up kills.
Get Zarya. Nice.
That is a clean win. You counter-charged the Brigitte and there was no way that he could have known that the Brigitte was going to do shit. Like, the Brig technically counter-charged him. The enemy team doesn't have a Doomfist, first and foremost, so yes, you are going insane. But this isn't a counter, this is, oh, I'm going to try and charge something here. Notice how many places this can go wrong. Brig, McCree, Moira's healing. I mean, that isn't really a way for this to go wrong, but it's also just a factor. What is the advantage of charging here compared to just fucking swinging? Charging is a high-risk, high-reward maneuver that you try and do when the enemy is either stuck in a location where they can't dodge, or you have literally no better alternatives. What I want people to stop doing, like this is the PSA on Reinhardt, is stop charging, right, and just start swinging. There is literally nothing wrong with, you have 2 supports on the high ground, you've got people shooting down from the high ground, you can just walk forward here and just hold left mouse button, and what the fuck can they do to stop you? What can they do? Nothing. There is no chance of that play really going wrong either, because if it does start going wrong, well, you just put your barrier up and you've got 1,500 of it. You can pull back at any moment. You can just swing into them. They're getting compressed into a corner. They're getting pushed off the point. There is nothing that can go wrong, really, with just swinging at them. And in 3 swings, the chances are this character dies. Or maybe this character gets super low. Or someone does some damage from above. Charging is such an all-or-nothing gambit that it just feels worthless. In my mind, you just walk into this group of people and you just do what's happening here, and see how effective this is. See how insanely effective that is? There is no shame in doing it. It is,
Alright, good stuff, guys.
like, the linchpin of playing Reinhardt is knowing when to push forward and swing and knowing when to do other things. And 9 times out of 10, it is putting a barrier in place, blocking a bunch of damage, and then pressuring forward with swinging. It's the key to Reinhardt. Go and watch any pro level games. Go and watch the contenders trials going on over at Broadcast GG. Go and watch any of that. Watch how the Reinhardts play. Watch how very rarely they charge. Watch how often they just swing at enemy Reinhardts and swing at enemy targets once or twice, barrier up, heal, 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 swing, 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 barrier, so on, so on, so on, so on. And I'd say that is the biggest flaw with our Reinhardt play is A, we put ourselves in bad positions to try and stop enemies in bad position, allies in bad positions. So the Zarya wants to commit suicide. Stop trying to save everybody. You can't save people from themselves. It goes wrong more often than not. Be very careful with that. And then the other factor is just like reckless charges. Try and replace that with just swinging the hammer more. In terms of our Zarya play, overall it was a little bit okay. It's kind of not too much of it to look at, unfortunately. It felt overall okay. I'd just say like the big thing is like knowing when you can win a fight and knowing how knowing how you should be acting when that fight is already won. So like this fight is kind of already done, and I just want to like highlight the aiming here because it feels so chaotic. Like this feels like we're still aiming and it's still like, oh no, we're panicking, and it's like this guy literally cannot kill you. So you just hold left mouse button and you just calmly track him. It's easy. Right, if you have questions, now's the time to ask them. Otherwise, I'll wrap things up and have some food. Even though it's 11:30 at night, I still need some food. I haven't eaten.
I got you, McCree.
We have some nice tortellini in the fridge.
Good stuff.
It's fresh. I'm looking forward to.
Alright.
It'll take me all 4 minutes to cook, and that's the best part.
Arzen needs help. Widow's up top. Oh, she's down mid. She's down mid.
I will also say it's always sad to like be the only person communicating. The only thing I'd also say as well is like be careful with. It sounds like the mic is just open, in which case you might want to just tweak the sensitivity of it slightly, just because it tilts me like crazy when people are like broadcasting the mouse keyboard noise and stuff non-stop. And it sounds like that's happening every so often here, like all these keyboard noises are coming through. Looks like no questions, so I shall wrap things up. Thank you to those of you who supported the stream. Tomorrow will probably be more blops in the afternoon and like the early evening. I'll probably try and do some more duos with Sty. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. It's just good to sort of play a game as well that you can just casually play with a friend, you know, rather than Overwatch, which is very serious. Thank you to those of you who supported the stream: Fodder, 282, Thierry, Logos, Silverdal, and Frozen, and Crow as well. Thank you so much, guys. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock, stream start.